Tell us
Yeah.
about, like, just what some of the roles you played were just and you shared with me a little bit. I just want the audience to grasp just, like, the depth of darkness in
Um,
this. Yeah,
yeah,
and
you mean like kind of some of the stuff I share in the email? Because I
yeah.
didn't know how deep into it you wanted me to go, but yeah. So there were three specific, two guys that I dealt with consistently that were like sold out for me, right? And then there was one specific scenario when I first got into this. There was this guy. He's a very very famous kind of like in the kink world. He's from France, and he reached out to me on Twitter and was like, "Hey, I'll be in the Bay Area. Do you want to come and make some money, do some work with me, and record some content?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And so I took a friend with me that, and I feel terrible about this because she had no idea about any of this stuff, and I brought another person into it,
Mm,
which was terrible in hindsight. Thinking back on it, I'm like, God, luckily she didn't get into the club and get into all that stuff, but that would have been a real possibility,
yeah,
because we made a lot of money that day. But we went to this hotel and met him. He was very nice. He had some alcohol there for us, so we had a couple of drinks, and this man strips down to his nothing, to literally nothing, and we kicked him in his privates with boots on for a
wow,
solid hour. And that was insane. Absolutely insane.
wow.
Yeah, and then there was two other guys. These guys were mainly like, one would come and bring me food and money in bags to my job where I was working at the time, and I would spit in water bottles for him. And he would clip my toenails for me and keep it. And he built like these shrines under his desk where he would like worship me, and it crazy stuff. And
Yeah,
then a lot of spiritual implications there, a lot to peel back there. And then
yeah,
there was also this one guy that, and he still tries to contact me to this day, and I'm like you have to go away. He was very into blackmail, he was like an actual fin sub. Like, he didn't want anything from me. He just wanted to give me his money. Only thing he wanted was for me to tell him to do it.
okay.
And if he tried to like kick back and tried to like, he's like, I don't have it. He wanted me to, I've called his job. His wife has called
Wow.
me, and his wife has sent me the money for him because she wanted me to leave them alone. It's, yeah, it was
So he
very,
wanted you to blackmail him.
mhm, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I mean, there's so much more to it. Like, I would do like these sessions over chat. These weren't people that I met in person. Um, and like, guys would just, they'd send like 20 or $50 back to back to back to back to like, for me to tell them to punch themselves in their privates, or to write degrading things on themselves and take
Yeah.
pictures on their knees. Like, yeah, it's very very demonic, very dark, and
Yeah.
um,
No, I was just
yeah.
thinking that how the devil comes to steal and kill and destroy and how
Mhm.
Satan hates humanity, you know?
Yeah,
And so if we're letting these demons indwell us and influence us, like, it is almost like that spiritual force within that's leading these men to destroy
yeah,
themselves and wanna be treated this way.
absolutely. And I allowed myself, and I can honestly say this, I allowed myself to be a vessel, like to administrate these punishments to these
Yeah.
people, and that they didn't deserve it, no matter what they thought they were into, because no one's actually into that. Like, let's
No.
be honest. Like, you're not actually waking up a fulfilled person saying, I want this person to degrade me.
Yeah. They
Um,
need spiritual freedom. It's like they're
mhm,
literally being held in this, like,
yeah.
spiritual prison.
And they feel like they deserve it, so they seek it out, which is scary
Yeah.
and unfortunate.